Hi friends, today we are going to discuss about World Mental Health Day celebration. I'm Dr. Suresh Bharadmat, Professor of Psychiatry working at NIMANS, Bangalore. This year's theme is Mental Health for All, Greater Investment and Greater Access. Why should we celebrate this World Mental Health Day? That too on 10th of October. What is the need for greater investment, greater access, and mental health for all? Today we are going to discuss in this video. Are we prepared for this? Are we ready to invest in it? Does our policies and also the law go in hand? That is what we are going to discuss today. There were some landmark steps were taken by Government of India. First and the foremost was National Mental Health Policy. In 2014, it was drafted and released by the Government of India. In the same year, National Mental Health Survey was conducted. And this National Mental Health Survey was conducted by NIMANS and it was commissioned by Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, New Delhi. The results of this study are mind-boggling. Look at the numbers. The numbers, as per the study, we have 138 crore population. In the 10% of the population, at any time, they are suffering from mental illness. That means 13.8 crore population are suffering from mental illness. And in that 0.8%, that is 1 crore population is suffering from severe mental disorder. That means it's not the individual, the whole family is suffering from the mental illness. If one person in the family is severely mentally ill, the whole family goes through the turmoil. That we should understand. That is the need for investment. So, my dear friends, it is not just 1 crore, it is 1 crore families. Along with this, the study also throws some light on treatment gap. Treatment gap is the number of people who have been diagnosed to have mental illness and they are not on treatment. So that's basically the treatment gap. In this study, they clearly pointed out 70 to 86% of the people who are diagnosed to have mental illness are not on treatment. Only 15% are on treatment. That means 85, they are not on treatment. The reasons are many. First and the foremost reason is not having access to mental health care, not aware that they are mentally ill, not regular supply of medicines are available, stigma, discrimination. There are n reasons. But the issue here is the treatment gap is huge and that needs to be closed at the earliest. That is the need for investment. That is the need for greater access for mental health care. Yes. And the one more study in 2019 by Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment in collaboration with All India Institute of Medical Science came up with another mind-boggling study. That is about magnitude of substance use. Look at the numbers. 16 crore population is using alcohol and 5.7 crore are problematic user. And 2.9 crore is dependent on alcohol or what we call it as addicted on alcohol. It is not again just 2.9 crore. It is 2.9 crore families are affected by alcohol. So that's the number we are talking about. Looking at the cannabis, again the reports from cannabis is also stunning. 3.1 crore population in India are using cannabis. In that, 72 lakh are problematic user and 25 lakh are dependent on cannabis. It's not 1 lakh, 25 lakh. And 25 lakh families are affected because of cannabis. Coming to opioid, the numbers are same. 2.3 crore population have used opioid and 77 lakh are problematic user and 28 lakhs are dependent on opioid. And again, it is not 28 lakh individuals, it is 28 lakh families are affected. Coming to other drugs like cocaine, 10 lakh people, amphetamine, 18 lakh people, hallucinogens, 12 lakh, children, 7 lakh. These numbers are dependent or addicted numbers. And these are all reported numbers. We don't know the actual morbidity. The morbidity may be more than what has been reported in the study. Let me remind you, it is approximately 12 to 15% of our population do require mental health support. Coming to the other issue, suicide. And again, National Crime Records Bureau in 2019 reported in 2019 the numbers 1,39,123 people committed suicide. And that equates to 381 completed suicide every day and 16 suicide every hour. One suicide for 225 seconds. Into 20 is the attempted suicide. That is 28 lakh people in our country attempt suicide and they fail. These are numbers which are really worrying. Looking at this, the Mental Health Care Act was considered in 2017, and this Mental Health Care Act gave some obligation and also committed on paper, that is basically on legislation. What does this Mental Health Care Act says? Especially Section 18 talks about right to access for mental health care for everyone, not just person with mental illness. Any person who would like to access mental health care should be made available. And this is a landmark legislation with regard to access for mental health care. What are those services which should be made available mandatorily, obligatorily by the government? Outpatient services, inpatient services, support to the family members with persons with mental illness, rehabilitation services like supported accommodation, sheltered accommodation, halfway homes, they should be made available. Child and geriatric mental health services. Free medicines, especially those listed in the essential drugs, from where these services to be provided from community health centers and upwards. That means from taluk hospital centers and upwards. Every district should have district mental health program. If they don't have, and if it is not available, you are entitled for compensation. That is as per Section 18(5)(f). The government will make rules for providing compensation if those treatments are not available, and whatever the cost you have incurred in providing treatment in travel and going to a private or any other hospital, you will be compensated. Dear friends, to conclude, we need to invest in mental health. The need is huge. Coronavirus did not affect only the individual, it affected the whole family and now to the whole nation. Similarly, the drugs, mental illness do not touch individual, it brings down the whole family. So there is a need to invest in mental health. And this is the time, and there is a need for greater access and mental health for all. And if you like this video, please do subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much. Stay safe.